Hello everyone, this is Professor Smith and I'm going to be talking to you today about rhetorical appeals, pathos, logos, and ethos. So I'm bringing them up today and talking to you about them because your first assignment is the advertisement analysis, where you are going to be picking either a visual advertisement, a print ad, or a video advertisement. Now, rhetorical appeals are used to make readers or someone watching a commercial or reading a book or reading an article, if they're used to help the reader or audience connect with whatever they're looking at. So in pathos, it's if I want you to pay attention to this book that I have written, I'm going to use emotion in my writing. I'm going to use emotion or humor or something to make you laugh or make you cry or make you angry at the villain or make you upset with maybe a character's decision. So pathos is emotional appeal. It makes people connect with whatever I've written, or it makes people connect with a visual advertisement because there's a bunch of kids in it with their parents, and because maybe you're a parent, it helps you connect with it. Ethos, ethical appeal. It's related to credibility of being able to trust whoever has made the advertisement or has written this article or has written a book about ways to cope with depression. Ethos is related to who's the writer, who's the one telling me this information, can I trust them? Logos, logical appeal. Can I when I'm looking at, let's say, this advertisement, is it logical? Is it organized properly in a way that tells me the message and lets me know, okay, what are they trying to say about this product for soft soap or something like that? Has it logically told me and organized in a way that makes me understand that, bacteria will completely deplete. The really bad bacteria will deplete on my hands while I'm washing my hands with this stuff. So appeals, these rhetorical appeals originally come from, written rhetorical appeals. So when we say the word rhetoric, we are talking about writing. But it doesn't just have to apply to writing now. So first, let's talk a bit about pathos, which is emotional appeal. So pathos, you think of the word passion when you think of the word pathos. So when we say passion, we're talking about emotion. We're talking about emotional appeal. Originally referred to elements of speech that appeal to any of an audience's sensibilities. So when we say sensibilities, it's maybe their eyesight, maybe their emotion. If we have a visual advertisement with really, really bright colors, what does red symbolize for a lot of people? Have you ever gone to a McDonald's or a Burger King or a KFC? What's the colors they use? Red. So red is actually connected to the idea that, if you see red, you're more likely to be hungry. So oftentimes colors are used to appeal to those emotions that make us hungry, especially if the advertisers are advertising food. Pathos can also refer to how well an author appeals to an audience's emotions. Pathos more closely refers to an audience's perspective more generally. Pathos in this case means audience, but I personally think of it almost like, it refers to our passion, it refers to our emotions. Again, if I'm going to make a commercial about, let's say, backpacks for school, I'm going to make a commercial about, this whole family waking up early in the morning and everybody has a backpack for school because everybody, including the parents, are going to school. And maybe I'm going to connect it with, a whole family of students. Because a lot of people are doing that right now. So I'm trying to appeal to maybe a specific audience, but I'm using emotions behind it too. So maybe it's, the whole family is getting together, they're hugging each other, they're going off to school, their brother pats the younger sister on the back as she walks off to go to school with her little backpack. But this is emotional appeal because, again, I'm relating to the audience using emotion, and I'm using, these types of experiences or these visuals to connect with my audience. So let's talk about ethos next. Credibility or trustworthiness. So originally referred to elements of speech that reflected on the particular character of the speaker or speech's author. Refers to how well authors portray themselves. Refers to an author's perspective more generally, and in this resource, ethos means author. So when we say trustworthiness of the author, we're really talking about who's the one that's advertising this product, or who's the one that wrote this book, or who is the one that is sponsoring this, let's say sponsoring this advertisement, this campaign. So if we talk about, let's say, an author, let's say that the book is a self-help book about how to deal with anxiety and depression. If the author themselves also has struggled with anxiety and depression, I'm more likely going to trust the author's point of view because they have dealt with the issue that they are talking about. If the book is about how to stop smoking, or maybe the advertisement is about how to stop smoking, I'm more likely going to listen to, the advertisement if the people sponsoring it, or maybe the actor in it, that is themselves a former smoker. Or, so another thing, let's say it's a company that talks about, let's go back to the backpacking company, the one that makes backpacks. What types of names or what types of companies do you associate with good backpacks? Personally, I think of LL Bean. Have you ever heard of that company? LL Bean is a company that makes camping gear. They make clothing. They're known for clothing that lasts for a long time. And they've been a company for a long time that makes clothing and backpacks and tenting gear. So when we talk about ethos, sometimes it refers to how long has the company been around, how trustworthy is their name, who are these people, and oftentimes the strength of how long you've been around for and how long you've been making the product that you are advertising, sometimes that actually is related to ethos. Because I'm not just going to pick up any old backpack and say, this is a great backpack, if I don't, if you're not someone that's been making backpacks for a long time. So ethos could also relate to the trustworthiness of a company based on, how many people trust them in general. So that's again another way you could look at ethos if you're looking at advertisement. Now let's look at logos. So logos refers to logic and reasoning. So frequently translated as some variation of logic or reasoning, but is originally referred to the actual content of speech and how it was organized. So we're looking at logos, we're asking, what is this commercial trying to say? Or what argument or thesis is this book focusing on? Today, many people may discuss the logos qualities of a text to refer to how strong the how strong the logic or reasoning of the text is. Logos more closely refers to the structure and content of the text itself. In this case, logos means text. So let's go back to the commercial about the backpacks. So let's say that this whole family has gotten, backpacks, so that the kids have gotten backpacks from this company. So let's say it's LL Bean. The kids have small LL Bean backpacks. The adults have large LL Bean backpacks. And let's say that there's a teacher in this family and they have a rolling backpack that's an LL Bean backpack. What argument do you think the company LL Bean is trying to make about their backpacks? Maybe they're saying that their backpacks are relied on by multiple generations and that kids and adults and teachers can rely on their company for good quality items. That's an argument. That could be the argument that they're trying to say. So every commercial is usually going to have an argument or a logic or some kind of logic of reasoning that they're trying to make about their product. Even, for example, let's say you may have watched this commercial. It's a very old commercial. This is my generation of commercials from when I was a young person. Oh God, that sounds hilarious. So think about the Budweiser frogs from one of the NFL Super Bowl days. And it was a bunch of frogs on a log singing Budweiser. And there's not a lot of logic to the commercial, but I think if there's any logic at all, it was trying to say that Budweiser, the company itself, is fun. Because it was making a joke. Because you had a bunch of frogs saying Budweiser. And again, it's not really necessarily saying that the product is good, but maybe the company is good. But again, it was very, very kind of loose logic there. But other commercials might do a better job of making a logical claim about their product, about their company, or about the people that work for that company. But either way, logos is related to the argument that the author is trying to make. Again, it could be logos doesn't just have to relate to companies does not have to just relate to advertisements. Logos can relate to an article that you just wrote about how you believe that there should be more parking, at your church. The logos of that would be, there should be more parking at the church because more people attend the church now, or there's not enough parking spaces. That's logos. That's your logic or reasoning. But either way, going back up, pathos, ethos, and logos are three logical appeals that you will be talking about for your advertisement analysis. And then please make sure that you see the next video about propaganda, the 6 different types of propaganda that you will be focusing on or looking for in the advertisement that you choose.